Tonight we are taking a look at When the Light Dies. This is a new action roguelike game, kind of in the vein of Vampire Survivors, Potato, games like that. This is the first time I've ever played this game. I received a free review copy of it, and this is the very first time that I have played the game. So you're seeing the game for the first time, I'm seeing the game for the first time. We're gonna pop into the settings menu real quick and take a look. We will be playing with the keyboard. So move, run is left shift, interact is F, interact is E, lantern is F. Weapon shot is left button. Tab is switch item, space is use item. Usability is right click. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities to select. All of that. Some interesting things about this game. It's supposed to have some survival elements to it, so we'll see how that goes. If you are able to hear me okay, if you're able to hear the game audio okay and you're watching, just drop a message in chat and let me know if there's any problems. I'm not super familiar with streaming, so this is only my second attempt at streaming. We'll hop into it and see what we can do. Does look like we have a couple of little accessibility features. There's a toggle for screen shake. I don't see anything else other than shadows and brightness and contrast. So that's a little bit concerning because action roguelike games like this can be a little bit difficult for people with photosensitivity. So we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. We're gonna go ahead and hop into the game. We have currently available the captain with the pistol, and I guess we'll unlock more things later on. We will run the tutorial first. I may have to move my camera around a little bit. Yeah, you guys can't see me at all. Let's try moving that to the corner. Okay, so we're gonna go light the bonfire. That increases our light radius. Staying away from heat sources will cause your temperature to drop, eventually leading to death. Enemies and the cold will damage your health. If it reaches 0, your run is over. Health can be recovered by consuming certain items. Why are we taking damage? Scavenge for supplies. Oh, there's a treasure chest up there. Scavenge. We got an apple. Okay. Space to use items. Shift, hold to run. That uses up some of our stamina up here. Stamina recovers when standing still. Enemies approach, kill them. Weapons automatically reload when their magazines are empty or if they've not been fired for a while. Kill more enemies. Experience is automatically collected. Learned a powerful new ability, Prominence Burn. Wield a flamethrower that deals 5 damage per second. Okay. Abilities consume sanity when used. The lower your sanity, the more powerful your enemies. Use your abilities to survive. Okay. Passive abilities provide temporary enhancements on your current run. I'm assuming that these are randomly selected. That's the way most of these games work. Reloading time decreased by 10%. Critical chance increased by 7.5. Piercing. Yeah, let's go with piercing. Use them to survive. Kill more enemies. become more powerful in between runs by using currency to unlock constellation nodes. Pause the game to access UI hover tooltips. That's all I have to teach you. Escape. Turn to the main menu using the pause menu. Okay. Gained an achievement. We completed the tutorial, and that looks like it unlocks another character class for us, the engineer. Okay. The engineer who looks exactly like the captain with a mustache. So go figure. Has less health, but more stamina. And less sanity and less temperature. I think we're going to stick with the captain for right now. Survive the night. Active ability cooldown reduced by 6%. Experience gain, more movement speed. Let's go with experience gain. That sounds good. I'll pause for just a second. Tweak something real quick. Yes, it is very shooty. Okay, there we go. Hi, Brittany. You're my first chatter tonight. Maximum health increases by 2%. Recovers 20 health. Defense increases by 7%. Is the volume of the game too loud? Because it seems a little loud to me. If I need to, I can reduce it. Damage increases by 15. Maximum health increases by 20. Keep going with health. Oh, temperature is getting really high. Gotta figure out what to do about that. Fire rate increased. It's loud to you, but you have an earbud in your ear. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce the volume in just a second. Let's see, options, master volume. Let's drop that down a bit. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Restore 2 temperature per second. That's something we need, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's okay. I'm glad you popped in. Thank you. For some reason, I'm not getting my viewership numbers tonight, so I don't actually know how many people are watching. Let's see. Plague Bearer gives us a chance to inflict curse. The curse element lasts for 3 seconds. The cursed enemy dies, it deals 20 to nearby enemies. Corrosive rounds, 40% chance for bullets to inflict acid. That does a damage over time and slows enemies. Recover 5 health when killing an enemy with the last bullet in a magazine. Let's go for Plague Bearer. That sounds cool. Uh-oh, my, looks like my campfire burned out. Wonder if there are other campfires around. Let's keep increasing our experience. That seems like a good idea. Yeah, it looks like there's another campfire up this way, so that's where we'll head. Light the campfire. Oh, I didn't light it actually, because I moved. Coffee increases temperature by 50%, increases precision and critical. So this game just recently came out of early access. It's been in early access for probably about 6 months. It looks like it was released officially last month. Prominence Burn gave us that flamethrower. Let's go with the flamethrower. That's the ability we want. Oh, I don't know what that does. I must have picked up that first ability and I have no idea what it does, so... These are like ghost guys. Enemies hit by curse AoE damage are inflicted with curse. Extra shot is nice. Let's do that. Movement speed increased by 10%. Let's do that. Seems like something that we need a little bit. This game is only like $5. I will say that so far I'm liking it pretty well. It's a little bit slow, but I have a feeling it's gonna speed up a lot as the game goes on. Reloading time decreased by 10%. Let's go with move speed again. That's frustrating. Can't scavenge and fire at the same time. I guess you have to just wait for the wave to run out. Let's increase our critical damage. Really could use that piercing ability that I had in the tutorial. Sanity's already kind of low. I don't have any recovery on sanity yet. Temperature recovers when near a heat source. So when your temperature is below 30%, you start losing health. That's not good. And when your sanity is below 60%, which it looks like mine is, that increases your enemy spawn rate and enemy speed. Can't run when your stamina is at 0. Okay. Level up. Iron Skin increases our defense. Laudanum increases our damage and fire rate. Ooh, Dark Grenade. Throw a grenade that deals 50 area damage. Okay. Over 2 sanity per page. That's something we need. Increase temperature by 40%. Decrease precision by 40. Ow. Okay. Yeah, as we read the book, that's going to increase our sanity. That's good. That's what we needed. Unfortunately, the developers didn't release a demo for this game. I'm always a little wary of that. I understand that releasing a demo a lot of times, it's more work, you know, to release a demo. But it's one of those things that, particularly for a gamer like myself, who has some epilepsy issues, a demo lets me figure out if I can play a game or not before I spend money on it. In this case, of course, I got the game for free, so that's not really a big deal. But if I were going to try to decide if I wanted to buy the game, that's going to be something a little bit trickier for me. Alright, so we have a couple of options here. Blindside, when firing, an additional bullet is fired in the opposite direction. Those bullets deal 75% less damage. Lightning Rod, 80% chance for bullets to inflict conduct. Each bullet that hits an enemy builds up a charge. Oh, heck yeah. We're gonna go with that. Let's see. I think that was our lightning just hitting something. Ouch. Fire rate. Oh, I think we're taking damage because our temperature is so low. That's why. Okay, okay, that gets our... We don't have those apples anymore. Okay, we have what? What's this now? We have like a windstorm? Blizzard. Ends in 23 seconds. This game is complex. There's a lot going on. You got to keep track of your sanity, you got to keep track of your temperature, you got to keep track of where you are on the map. I don't... Oh, wow. Okay. Critical damage, fire rate. Oh, wow. Yep, those are terrifying. My sanity's about gone. I'm about to die. Yep, that was the end of that run. Restores 2 health per second. It's not going to help us, I don't think. Okay, that was our first run in When the Light Dies. It reminds me of a cross between... kind of like a cross between Rotato and Don't Starve. There's no like structure building or anything like that, but it does kind of remind me of that sort of thing where you have to juggle all the different components. So we go back to the main menu. We should be able to do some upgrades now. Yeah, we got 90 currency. Let's see. We're gonna upgrade our experience. Max sanity increased by 4. Max health increased by 4. What else can we get? Defense increased by 0.5%. Max temperature increased by 4. Walk speed increased. And max stamina. Let's do temp. Passive sanity recovery. Yes, definitely. So that increases our temperature recovery when we're near a heat source, but it doesn't do it passively. Run speed, stamina. Can we grab any of these others? Yeah. Bonfire duration increased by 2%. Bullet damage. Why can we not get this one yet? Oh, there we go. I was clicking on the right thing, that's why. Elemental damage increased by 2%. Critical damage. That one costs a lot. That one costs 300. Okay. So let's go with... Let's up our stamina, and then we're going to go with health. Because, I mean, health is the name of the game, right? No, we're out of health. Okay. Achievements. What do we get? We survived the first night, or we began survive the night. That got us 100 hearts. Great. So we can get more upgrades now. Do some increases to sanity. I like that you can get quite a few upgrades right out of the gate. Kind of seems like an unusual number of upgrades right out of the gate, but you know, whatever. Okay, we could have unlocked a shotgun or something else, so I guess we need to save up some of our currency for those things. All right, let's give this another shot. We're gonna go with the engineer this time and stick him with a pistol. Survive the night. I only have to make it through the night. Okay, so I want to wait on the bonfire right now. No real point in starting the bonfire until I need it. Let's go with critical damage. Reloading time decreased by 10. That's good. Increase our fire rate. Keep trying to get over here to this crate, but these guys are so all over the place. Let's go with our flamethrower. That seems to be a good crowd control. All right, 40% chance for bullets to inflict burn. Chain lightning. Let's go with chain lightning. Let's scavenge real quick. Oh, come on. Covers 5 sanity. Covers 50 health. There we go, flamethrower. Reloading time. I'm gonna keep getting that reloading time down. That's gonna really help. Fire rate. Okay, we need to get to our Need to get to our campfire because we are taking temperature damage now. I'm not sure if this is a game that I would play long term. I like the survival elements. I don't know if they're really what I'm looking for when I'm playing this kind of horde shooter type game. Typically when I want to play those kind of games, I want to play something kind of mindless where I can just, you know, tear through hundreds of enemies without any kind of without putting a whole lot of thought into it. And this game is definitely not one of those, because there's so many elements that you have to keep track of. You're constantly having to manage so many different details that it's a little hard to get into a groove of it, at least so far. That might improve later on, I'm not really sure, but we'll just have to see. Dropping our reload time. Yeah, that gets our torchlight back up. Maximum health increased by 40. That's nice. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. That restores a lot of our health too. Recover 5 sanity when killing an enemy with the last bullet in a magazine. That's nice. Okay, we need to get to our second campfire because that first one burned out. I wish there was an actual dash function. You can run, which lets you move a little bit faster, but you have to hold down the shift key. It's a little bit tricky. Reload speed is really nice. Keep wanting to hit space to dash, but in this game space uses your items, which are consumable, and that can be a little bit tricky. Let's go with more fire rate. And there goes our campfire. So let's move down to this one. Let's read. Where did we lose that? Oh, I guess you can't read during a blizzard. Let's eat the apple and get our health back. That at least got us a little bit of sanity back. The guys with the tentacles are kind of scary. And we are in the dark because we do not have any more lantern oil. Shock is passed to an additional enemy on death. See if we can get down to this campfire over here and get some light. We should get a little bit of light from your gunfire. Okay, there we go. Temperature's looking okay. Sanity is not great. We need to read a book quickly. Really want to get to one of these crates, but I can't get far enough away from the campfire to do it. Critical damage increase. We're on wave 5 of 6. Yep, sanity is down to like practically nothing. Jacking that critical damage and hope that we can clear these guys out quickly. There's no way that I can open that crate with this many monsters around. I don't really care for the fog effects and all that kind of stuff. I understand the ambience of it, but it really makes it hard to see what you're doing. I do like the changing graphics that happen in your character. He definitely looks like he's run out of sanity. There we go. Let's grab some increased movement speed. Oh, jeez, this is not good. Definitely not good. Up. Enemies under 25% health take more. Okay, we are on wave 6 of 6. Boss arrives in 18 seconds. Let's get some light. That'll at least get our temperature back up. Maybe we can get a little bit of sanity. Come on, read some books. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Keep reading, my dude. Keep reading, my dude. Keep reading. Alright, first boss. Where's he at? I'm guessing he's that big guy right there. Ow. Okay, not good. Boss increases in power in 1.5 minutes. Critical damage. Yeah, there is a big damage flash effect on the boss, and I do not care for that. Boss is at about half health. I'm completely out of stamina, so I can't run. And we're just barely chipping away at his health. Level up. And I think he got me. I like the monster design on him. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we got further that time. We got to the boss. Let's grab shotgun, Gatling gun, repeater rifle, automatic crossbow. The only one we can afford is a shotgun. Let's grab the shotgun, and we'll go with stick with the captain. Captain and the shotgun this time. Survive the night. Probably should have spent the 50 hearts on some upgrades, but okay, that looks nicer. Got some water. Ride or die. Recover 1 sanity per page while reading this book. I turned off my lantern because I kind of want to conserve it. Movement speed. Let's do experience gain. Go ahead and light our campfire. Experience gain or critical chance. Fire rate. Jeez, why is my stamina or my sanity already so low? Oof. Each enemy killed adds 1 marker. At 20 markers, the next shot has a 100% critical chance and 200% critical damage. Sonic Boom. Okay, Sonic Boom is nice. Fire rate increased by 15. Considering we only have 2 shots in our shotgun before having to reload, that is really nice, actually. Critical damage. It gives us a big wave of damage. I like that. Temporarily increases. For every bullet fired, there's a 20% chance to fire an extra shot. I wonder if that fires the whole shotgun or if it just adds an extra bullet. I don't know, but I want to go for the sanity boost. Those abilities that trigger on the last shot of the magazine are really great with the shotgun. Critical damage increased. Next wave starts in 7 seconds. That got us a little bit of sanity back. Temporarily increases the character's damage and rate of fire. I'm not particularly wild about the selection of abilities. Maybe those get more interesting over time. Why am I not? Oh. I got my fingers on the wrong part of the keyboard. That's why I wasn't moving. And I am out of lantern oil again. Okay, the shotgun is just so much better at clearing out crowds than the pistol was, which makes sense. Can't see anything. There we go. Fire rate. Let's do reload. Who's hitting me? Okay, I didn't like that. For some reason I got stuck on scavenging. Even though something was damaging me. That is not good. Not cool, not cool. Let's get some sanity back quickly. That campfire is very quickly decreasing. Okay, let's try to get to this campfire up here. Health is already low enough. I don't think we're going to make it to the boss this time. Increase movement speed a little bit. Sonic boom damage increased. Heck yeah, that's what we want. A blizzard arriving in 17 seconds. Come on, sanity, come on, sanity, come on, sanity. So far, sanity is the big thing that you gotta worry about the most. It drops really, really fast. Oh, I need to stay close to the campfire. I'm already taking damage though because my campfire's out. All right, let's burn a lot of stamina. Health is really low. Piercing, that's nice. That'll help a lot. Okay, let's see if we can get something decent from this. Come on, come on, come on. Increase temperature, recover lantern oil. Alright, we need to use none of those right now, but... Alright, let's get some sanity. Come on, sanity, 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 sanity. Grenade. I think that one does stamina. I don't think I have one that does health. Okay, there's another campfire down here that we can grab. Whoa. Let's just burn a whole bunch of stamina because we can trade some sanity for it in a second. On campfire. There it is. Got the light. Alright, let's do... Okay, we got an achievement. Killed some rats. Really, really, really need some help. Yeah, that increases our stamina at the cost of our sanity. Yeah, they got me. So what happens when sanity is 0? Sanity increases your enemy spawn rate and the speed at which enemies attack. It doesn't seem to actually... Like, you don't die or anything when your sanity runs out. Not that I've noticed. It just seems like it massively increases the amount of enemies that pop up on the screen. Hi, Steve. It's nice to meet you. Let's see. Where's the one that... Yeah, here we go. Stamina. Wasn't there one that increased sanity? There we go. Yeah, we're going to ramp up our sanity recovery. Yeah, sanity is used for your abilities, so you have abilities that replace your stamina and your health, things like that. But the more you use them, the quicker they run out. It seems like maybe you also lose some sanity when you take damage. I'm not entirely sure. We'll pay attention to that this run. Okay, so there's a campfire there. This game is made by, what is it? Electric Monkeys and Secret Level Studios. Right now it's only available on Steam, but they are planning a release sometime in the first quarter of 2025 for the Nintendo Switch and for the PlayStation 5. That was a nice decrease to reload speed. There's not a huge variety of upgrades. I kind of expected that there would be more of them. And it doesn't seem like more are unlocking the more I play, so I'm not really sure if that's... I mean, maybe they unlock after I beat the first level. Could be that. I don't know. Of course, there are plenty of additional characters to unlock as well, so... Cryoblast, let's go for freeze. Let's increase our max health. And we are running low on temperature, so we need to light our campfire. It is a full release. It came out, it was in early access for about 6 months. It came out of early access at the end of October. So it's been out for about 2 weeks. There should be a link in the video description to pick it up on Steam. It's only like $5. I don't know if the devs have any plans for future updates to the game. That wasn't in the press kit that came with the game code that I got for this, so I really don't know. I would assume that they probably are. Most developers these days are adding additional content to games as they develop. Go with that Sonic Boom again, because that was really good last round. Stop using my lantern while I'm near a campfire. That's what's burning up all my lantern light. Next wave starts in 3 seconds. ahead and light this campfire and then see if we can grab supply crate up there. Fire rate increases by 20. Alright, scavenge real quick. Whispers from Beyond is always good, and that will let us get some more health. Okay, so those are good. Let's get back to our campfire down here. Stamina is running a little bit low, so piercing. As long as we're standing still, we should regenerate some of our stamina. Bullet fired without reloading increases damage by 1%. That's not helpful for us right now because we only have 2 bullets before do that. I'm gonna grab the double tap just because I want to see if it just adds an extra bullet. Okay, it does do the full blast. That's nice. Okay, so we need to quickly to this next campfire. Fire rate increased. Oh, that's a lot of guys. Damage increases by 30%. Very nice. The more of these guys we can just one-shot, the better. Load time reduced. I really want that upgrade that increases the damage to the shockwave. Okay, that will increase our temperature. That'll be nice if we get too far away from things. Let's see. Stamina and health. I'm gonna go ahead and drink the water. Okay, lantern oil. Oh, we are in a blizzard. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Should get to that campfire before it becomes too big of an issue, though. There we go. Alright, stay near the campfire. Stamina is regenerating pretty quickly. Alright, things are looking pretty good. Piercing increase. piercing. Increase our piercing again, but it's going to start dropping our damage, and I don't really care for that much. Let's go with fire rate, which also decreases our damage, but you know. I feel like we're managing all the different parts of this game a little bit better this run. Increase our max health. Scavenge. Okay. Increases temperature, which we don't really need right now, but I think we might soon, especially if we run into another blizzard. We're gonna run way over here and see if we can get this other campfire, and then head north and grab that scavenged. We are completely out of stamina right now, so that is not great. All right, we got an achievement for lighting campfires. Get our stamina back by standing still. Okay, more achievements. Over here, boss arrives in 15 seconds, and we have full health. We have full. Gonna replace that, and we're gonna replace that. All right, so we're gonna hold still, get as much stamina back as possible before the boss gets here. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. I like that you can actually freeze bosses. Although it doesn't stop him from attacking, which is a little bit troublesome. Whenever an extra shot is triggered, ammo is not consumed. I think we might have this one. Dare we flamethrower this guy? Oh, what happened? Okay. That's flamethrower. Killed the malevolent organism. All right. We finally beat the first level. It only took a little over an hour. I will end these creatures if it's the last thing I do. Okay, stage 1 of 3 clear. Go back to the main menu. Achievements. So we unlocked a couple new characters. We got the Marine, 100 hearts, 100 hearts. That puts us at 200. All right, what can we get? Oh, I didn't want to hit continue. Dang it. Oh well. Main menu. Here we go. Upgrades. There we go. Unlock an old one packed with Amutseba, Devourer of Stars. I don't know what these do, but let's just grab one and see. Doesn't actually tell me what it does. Unlocks an old one packed. Bullet damage. Okay, let's go for run speed, stamina recovery. Okay. And the Marine is also comically just a guy with a slightly different mustache. I have a feeling that there's a trend here in the character designs. Our shotgun is doing really well for us, so we'll stick with that. The Marine is slightly slower and costs a little bit more for stamina to run. But I'm okay with that because he's got a lot of benefits. Increased bonus experience, increased defense, extra temperature, sanity recovery, all those things. So, okay, I guess you have to go in a single, you have to stick with the same character to access the other levels. I wasn't really expecting that. So yeah, your sanity decreases in the dark. Piercing is nice. Reload speed. Oh, there was something about black holes. I didn't even read that one. I should have. I mean, that sonic boom combo with the shotgun is just really, really nice. It's kind of hard to pass that one up. Not wild about the the hitbox. When you're really close to the enemies, even though they're not actually on top of you, they're still dealing damage, which is a little unusual. Wave starts in 10 seconds. Let's increase our defense. There we go. Sonic boom damage increase. Let's get down here to the campfire. I mean, all in all, I think this game is definitely worth $5. It's got a surprising amount of depth to it. It's kind of one of those games that whenever you first start playing it, it's really overwhelming. But once you learn to manage the different aspects of it, it's not that bad. Especially once you pick up a couple of the upgrades to make sanity and stamina and those kind of things a little bit easier. There's just little details to remember, like your stamina only regenerates when you're standing still. You lose sanity if you're out of the light, so you want to make sure that you turn your lantern off whenever you're close to a campfire so you don't waste it. It'd be nice to have some sort of numerical indication of okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. The lantern actually does increase your sanity when it's turned on. So that's good to know. Got another achievement. Okay, we need to get down here to this campfire before we run out of lantern. Small black holes appear and collapse, dealing 420 damage to enemies. That's quite a lot of damage. Whoa! Hi guys. That's a lot of monsters. Got another achievement for killing enemies with a shotgun. so the next closest campfire is south of us. Blizzard arrives in 5 seconds. That's not good. That blizzard is going to run out before... Yep. Alright, let's get to this campfire real quick. Of course, right as the blizzard ends. Come on. There we go. I guess there is sort of a visual indication of how much lamplight you have left. Okay, we need to stand here and get... There we go. That campfire is burned out. Okay, we are in some cold. All right, here we go. There's our campfire. Oh wow. Last Resort 3 reduces the number of bullets in the magazine by 1, which means that every time that we fire, it's gonna fire the sonic boom. I like that. Okay, let's try to get our stamina back quickly. Boss arrives in 20 seconds, which gives us plenty of time to run our butts to another campfire. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Get our campfire up, and let's try our black hole. I did not like that flashy. Okay, that's not good. Steve says, I wonder what the higher levels will be like when you have to aim at each shot. Is it screen vomit like Vampire Survivor or Brotato? I really don't know. You know, I'm thinking it's probably going to stay somewhat similar to what it is. A big difference in this versus something like Vampire Survivors is in Vampire Survivors you're constantly gaining additional weapons, whereas here you pretty much keep the same weapon the whole way through. The only thing that I've gotten that's added to my shotgun has been the you know, the sonic boom effect. It's really hard to dodge that when you don't have any stamina. Let's try our grenade. Grenade does pretty well. Yeah, I don't like that full screen effect on the black holes. It's really difficult. It's not going to be an ability that I use frequently. The game also has some really big volume issues. The volume just absolutely soars during that boss fight to the point that it's almost a little obnoxious. So to advance, you actually have to stick with the same character. Okay, apparently that pact with Emmett Seba that I got was doing a whole bunch of damage, although I don't really understand how. I guess maybe it just adds to my attack. I don't know. Let's check our options, see if we can adjust some of these volumes a little bit. They're just blasting my ears, so. Okay, so this is the second level of the game, which looks very similar to the first level of the game. Except now we have green grass. Go ahead and hit our campfire. We still have the same rats, but we do have a couple of different enemies now. Hey Tycho, how's it going, man? We are playing When the Light Dies. It's good to see you. This is sort of a horde shooter with survival elements. It's a pretty cool game so far. It has a little bit of a learning curve, but I think we've kind of finally worked out the kinks and got the hang of it. Doing good, just relaxing. Glad to hear it, man. You know, Sundays are a fun day to just chill out with video games and not do a whole lot. Steve, you mentioned Vampire Survivors and Brotato. Have you played a lot of games in this genre? Okay, we need to get to our campfire. Go, get our light. Looks very much like Vampire Survivors, but with Doom. Yeah, a little bit. It's got you know, kind of some of that Lovecraftian demons kind of thing going on for it. I do like the pixel art in the game. As far as I can tell, it's not stock art, which a lot of these Vampire Survivors clones kind of use. Yeah, I did. It definitely did a lot better against the boss this last time. Okay, we need to... Oh, nope. Up our lantern. We need to start thinking about where our next campfire is. The closest one is up this way. I like that you don't have to collect experience gems or anything. Critical damage increase is always good. Alright, let's run over here. It definitely forces you to think a lot more strategically than some of these other games in this kind of genre. Because most of them, you're just, you know, the whole goal is to just kill as many enemies as possible. Whereas in this one, you really have to think about, okay, where am I going to get my next campfire? Am I going to be able to grab anything off of the am I going to be able to scavenge anything? Speaking of Doom and the FPS genre, looking forward to Stalker 2 here. Yeah, I actually have the first several Stalker games, although I have never played them. So I really should do that before Stalker 2 comes out, because it really looks like a fun game, and I'm really excited for it. Let's hit that double tap, because that's always good with a shotgun. Your friend plays them daily. Okay, we need to get to our next campfire. This actually kind of has a little bit of an early Diablo vibe as far as the way the music and just the tone of the game goes. Okay, we got a blizzard coming up, so that's not great. Let's get our stamina back up. Turn our lantern off so we don't lose it. Blizzard arrives in 3 seconds. So when the blizzard comes, if you stray too far from your campfire, you start taking a lot of temperature damage. Oh, that's a big guy. You're a big guy. Okay, at least they move slow. Yeah, I am taking some damage from something. Tycho says, I've mostly been playing JRPGs and fighting games here lately, Triangle Strategy and Tekken 8. I'm trash at Tekken, but I do enjoy it. How are you liking Triangle Strategy? It's kind of sort of like a Final Fantasy Tactics style game, right? Whoa. Okay, this is not good. Things are very much not good. We need to get to our campfire. Come on, come on. We are totally in the dark. We have no lantern and no campfire, which has just sucked away our sanity. really fast. All right, read. Get some of that sanity back. Oh, wow. That's a lot of guys. I don't know if this has a multiplayer mode, but it would be fantastic in multiplayer. I don't think it does. I think it's purely single player at this point. Come on. This wave doesn't end for 45 seconds. Oh gosh. Okay, shoot. Yeah, you got me. Wow, okay, so the number of monsters really ramps up in level 2. That's good to know. Tycho says, I do like it. It's very unforgiving though, but I love Final Fantasy Tactics and other tactical games a lot. Yeah, it's one that I've got on my wish list. I'll have to pick it up one of these days. Okay, so we got 730 hearts. Let's see what we can get with that. I want to see about one of these other weapons. What do you guys think? Should we go with Gatling gun, repeater rifle, or automatic crossbow? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna check out what we need to do. Kill 500 more, or if we kill 70 more candles, rats. Okay, so let's increase our health. I want to keep at least 600 for weapons. All right, y'all tell me what you think we should try. Should we try the Gatling gun, the repeater rifle, or the automatic crossbow? Tycho says rifle. What do you think, Steve? All right, that's going to be a lot of extra health there. All right, I haven't heard from Steve, so we're going to go with the repeater rifle. Unlock. And let's go ahead and burn the rest of our points on something. Let's boost our sanity a lot. There we go. Okay. We're going to stick with the Marine. I don't think we've unlocked anybody else yet. Nope. Well, we'll pick up the Gatling gun later. All right, let's try the repeater rifle. Oh, it starts us back again. Ooh, reload speed is slow on that. Ever one sanity. And an apple. There we go. The range is nice. Yeah, it looks like it automatically has some penetration. So that's good. Yeah, it does have penetration automatically. Definitely gonna have to get the fire rate up though, because it is slow. Increase our max health. Yeah, you can see, like, there's definitely some balance issues to this game, I think. It's not even so much the reload speed as the fire rate. The fire rate is really slow, and so that makes it really hard to get anywhere, especially since it only fires in one direction. Compared to the shotgun, the repeater rifle is just really rough right now. It might get better. I don't really know. We'll play around with it and see. Maybe it'll get some upgrades, but you don't move fast enough to be able to line up your shots very well. Of course, that's because I haven't put a whole lot of points into move speed, so there we go. Increase our fire rate a little bit. What do we need to be doing? That one's still doing okay. Sanity's doing okay. Need to start getting to that next campfire. Yeah, once the enemies start packing up a bit and you get a couple of fire rate upgrades, it's not too bad. It's still way out of whack compared to the shotgun with that sonic boom effect. Yeah, if it came with a boost to movement speed, that would be helpful. Granted, I think I'm probably picking a bad character to play with this one, because the Marine does have a penalty to move speed already. So with a faster character, it probably wouldn't be too bad. Shock. Yeah, I know. Heavier monster like a boss is going to be really tough. Let's keep going with our fire rate. Oh, we are in the dark. Okay. Gonna let us get some stamina up. Okay. Get our light. Turn off our lantern. This is definitely one of these games, like, I wouldn't be able to play this quietly, so it's good that I'm streaming. I'd have to, like, constantly coach myself through what I need to do next. Let's boost our defense at least. At least early game, I don't really see the point of the active cooldown abilities so much, just because you run out of sanity so quickly you don't have time to use them. There we go, get some move speed. I have a feeling that they'll become a lot more important once you hit like level 2 or 3. Steve is Drew. Okay. I didn't know that you went by a different name on here. Oh, okay. That Pact of Emet Seba is what got us the black hole things. Okay, that makes sense now. Temporarily increases defense. I really like that flamethrower though. It's hard to beat that. Black holes. Tycho says, I play D&D on Sunday, but my friends went to an anime convention. There was actually an anime convention down here. I didn't end up going to it. Okay, let's grab that. I do like anime, and I've been trying to watch more of it, but it's not really my my thing. You are Drew in real life. You picked a stupid handle for YouTube. Can't you change your handle on YouTube? I thought you could. Maybe not. I lose track of what places you can change stuff and what places you can't. Oh, we are losing everything quickly. There we go. Okay. Let's get some health back. Okay, so that actually helps. The thing where it fires in a different direction, that's actually pretty nice. Because it grabs those guys behind you. Critical damage. I'm still sort of slowly in the process of watching through the old Gundam animes. But it's kind of one of those things, like, I don't sit there and just watch them back to back. I end up watching like an episode here and an episode there. So it takes me a really long time to get through a series. The last time that I streamed, I was streaming a bunch of old Nintendo games from the NES, and I ended up playing Ninja Gaiden, and I actually found that they made an anime movie that I guess sort of takes place like somewhere around the third game. So I was watching that last night. It was actually pretty good. The animation was pretty nice. It's only about 45 minutes though, it's not very long. Let's go with more health. The NES is one of my favorite systems. It was, of course, the first system that we really had as a kid, although we had an Atari 2600 when I was a kid too. So we played that quite a bit. We had a lot of the good classic games for the NES. We had a couple of the Castlevania games. We had Legend of Zelda. We had like the 3-pack game that had Mario, Duck Hunt, and like World Track or something in it. We actually had the little running pad, which was way ahead of its time as far as peripherals go. Shock is passed to an additional enemy on death. Oh wow, that's nice. Reload time decreases. We definitely want that one. Okay, we need to get to a campfire really quick or we're gonna lose all of our sanity. And all of these campfires are really, really far away. And I have no stamina. So, This is going to be fun. And I have no items. Boss arrives in 13 seconds. This might be the end, boys. Have a very dwindling circle of light. Come on. Okay, get her light, get her light, get her light. Good, okay. All right, there we go. Okay, the advantage of the repeater rifle is it has ridiculous range. So I don't have to get nearly as close to the boss to deal damage to him. Okay, let's... There we go. Running out of light. Running out of light. Come on. Alright, so we are basically out of sanity. We're taking constant damage. There we go. Okay, we got him. That was a little bit hairy, but not terrible. I'm really worried about the clear speed of the rifle in this next level, though, because there were a lot more monsters in this one. On the other hand, maybe the penetration will save us. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's keep ramping up our fire rate. Chain lightning does seem to have been a nice choice for this one. Although it doesn't, it really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Yeah. Clear speed on this rifle is just not cutting it with this the second level enemies. For one thing, the rifle just doesn't do quite as much damage. Echo says, I'd say my favorite NES games are like Mega Man 4, Mario 3, Rad Racer, Bionic Commando, Rygar, Ninja Gaiden 2, Excite Bike, Gyromite, Journey to Silius, Metal Storm, and lots of others. I didn't have near as many games as that. Mario 3 is definitely up there. Probably my favorite Mario game of all time. I really enjoyed Rad Racer. I never really played Bionic Commando or Rygar. Loved all of the Ninja Gaiden games. Excite Bike was really good. Never played Gyromite or Journey to Silius. Do you remember the old Rescue Rangers game that was on the NES. Did you ever play that one? You play Cyber Shadow or The Messenger? I have not. I actually own a copy of The Messenger, but I haven't played it yet. It's one of the hundreds of games on my Steam backlog. It looks very similar to Ninja Gaiden. You have a Mr. FPGA? I'm not sure what a Mr. FPGA is. Oh, is that like one of the new retro emulator type systems? Oh, that's a lot of monsters. Let's get down to this, there we go. Load time decrease, fire rate decrease. Yeah, let's start buffing our damage a bit. See if we can get that up. Really need to get to one of these scavenger chests. Wave is going to start any second now, though. I'm going to lose a lot of sanity doing this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, lantern oil. There we go. Okay, we got some light back. Each enemy killed adds a marker. At 30 markers, your next shot has a 100% critical chance and 300% critical damage. Reduces the number of markers required by 10 to 10. That's not bad. We're gonna go with critical though, as that is gonna help us a lot with the boss fights. I need these guys to die so I can get this campfire built. Okay. Let's see. Tycho says it basically emulates with supposed better accuracy for older systems like the NES to the N64 and lots of other systems too. Okay, yeah. I've been looking at the Amber Nick handhelds, like the RG35XX. I'd love to pick up one of those at some point. I'm not super interested in the later games like N64 and stuff like that. I didn't really play the N64 much, but I would love to get like a handheld emulator that can handle things like, you know, up to like the PlayStation 1. Oh, we are in a blizzard. That's why. Steve Drew says Cyber Shadow is really good, challenging and fast-paced. I'm gonna die. While Messenger is more focused on the platforming of Gaiden. I got you. And there goes our campfire. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, get our light back up. There we go. Okay. We need to... That will renew our health. It's a nice boost to our critical damage. I really don't want to spend the cooldown on our black holes just yet because I want to save that for the boss. But at this rate, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the boss. I don't have any light. All out of lantern light again. Come on, come on, come on. We're almost to this campfire up here. I feel like we've lasted a lot longer this run than we did the first time we hit level 2, though. See, I kind of hate this because all 3 of these decrease our damage and we need damage for all of them. I don't even know what bullet duration does. Okay, there's our campfire. Woo. That's a lot of guys. Oh, they got us. Dang it. Yeah, definitely gonna have to sink some more parts into upgrades. Let's see what we got. 300 hearts for that, 300 hearts for that, and 100 hearts. So that is a lot of hearts right there. How do we unlock some of these other guys? Claim the curse kills. Madness. Madness. Burn kills. Okay, so we need to get we need to do a run with curse ability and a run with burn abilities. Madness is something that you unlock after you defeat all 3 stages. So it'll be a while till we get those. I don't know what actually changes during Madness. I think it's really just like an increased difficulty level. But we are going to grab the Gatling gun, give that a shot, and then burn a whole bunch of stuff on upgrades. Yes, defense, and then grab a whole bunch of passive health recovery. That'll get us half a point of health every thing. Do some walk speed. Oh, we are out of hearts. Okay. Go back with our Marine. And we will try the Gatling gun. We're about 2 hours and 15 minutes into this stream. I don't really have a plan for how late I'm going to stream, so, you know, as long as you guys want to hang out, I'll keep playing. I don't care. Let's scavenge some stuff. Some rum. Got some lantern oil. You know, I would appreciate it too, if you are watching, you know, drop a link to the live stream on whatever social you guys are using. It's always appreciated. Just gets more viewers to the channel and makes it a bigger party for everybody. Okay, I like the Gatling gun. That's nice. We should have gone with Drew's idea in the first place. Sorry, Tycho. Although the rifle did get better after we sunk enough points into it. I will give it that. I think reload speed's going to be the big one on this one, because that reload speed's really slow. Fire rate's nice, though. Ooh, what you having for dinner? Okay, we needed curse, so we'll go with that. Something that adds some penetration to the Gatling gun will be a nice thing. Breakfast sausage, eggs, pancakes, one of those moods. Heck yeah, man, I'm coming over to your house for dinner. Grabbing our curse ability. This game just has a really good vibe to it. You know, graphically. Everything just kind of falls together. I do wish the levels were like a little bit more alive. Like if there were, I think it would be really cool for a game like this if you had like some random structures or, I don't know, like some kind of weird obelisk or something that you find that gives you like a shrine ability or something. At the same time, there's so much other stuff to keep track of that it doesn't really need anything to keep you more busy. Curse duration increases by 2 seconds, or curse damage increases by 30%. I'm gonna go with damage. Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that's the curse thing at work. It just makes big packs of enemies explode. That'll be super helpful when we hit that second level. Heck yeah. Let's get our stamina back. And then we need to start thinking about getting to our next campfire. Get our campfire, and then we'll go raid that barrel up there. See what we can find. All right, we got another achievement. Boom. Okay, I really do like the curse ability. That's really cool. Unscavenge. Or lantern oil is always good. Adrenaline boost is a good one. This wave ends in seconds. Blizzard arrives in 5 seconds. Kind of weird where you just have moments like this where you're just standing and there's not really anything to do. Gatling gun with bullets firing in the opposite direction is nice. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Let's get our stamina back. Critical chance. All right, Drew, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. Keep going with critical chance. All right, we really need to get to this next campfire down here. Up the light. Yeah. up our critical damage, because we've got a pretty decent critical hit chance now. Enemies under 25% health take 30% more damage. Rapid fire increases our fire rate. Boss arrives in 30 seconds. Go ahead and get down here and get to this other All right, boss time. Thanks, Tycho. Appreciate you stopping in. Maximum health. That increased our boss increases in power in 12 seconds. That's not good. Get down here. The Gatling gun's a lot of fun, but does not have the stopping power of some of the other weapons, especially against the boss. There we go. All right, so that is When the Light Dies. We've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. All in all, I really like the game. It kind of took a little while for it to grow on me. It's got a learning curve with all the survival elements, because you've got to manage your temperature, you've got to manage your sanity, you got to manage your light, you got to manage your stamina, you got to manage your health. You have a limited amount of lantern light. You got to move around to all the campfires. There's a lot of moving parts, especially for the type of game that it is, with the shooter element. But once you get the hang of all those things, it's actually really, really fun. And I'm really enjoying it. I wish there was a little bit more variety in the amount of upgrades that there were. You kind of keep seeing the same upgrades over and over again. I'm really kind of wish that the devs would include a couple more accessibility features. Although, I mean, I've been playing for 2.5 hours. It hasn't really given me any kind of problems with my photosensitive epilepsy. So, you know, that hasn't really bothered me at that point. The only thing that really kind of gets me a little bit is the instantaneous flash whenever you use the black hole ability. But other than that, like, it's a pretty solid game, so definitely check it out. The link to purchase the game is in the description. It's only $5. You know, you really can't go wrong for a game that's going to give you a couple of hours of fun for $5. So thank you so much for tuning in.